Hello to my second, third, and fourth graders who will be next year's third, fourth, and fifth graders. It's time to think about next year's Bluebonnet reading list. My third and fourth graders already know what that is. Second graders, when I see you again, I will be giving all of you one of these reading logs where you can start keeping track of next year's Bluebonnets, and if you read at least 10 of these 20 titles, you'll get a special treat next year. So more about that later, but right now let's go ahead and enjoy one of these great titles together. This is called If I Built a School by Chris Van Dusen. This is part of a series. It also has If I Built a Car, If I Built a House, and I'll have all of those in the library next year. But this one is a Bluebonnet book. If I Built a School by Chris Van Dusen. I do have permission from Penguin Publishing to record this book for you. Notice that the end pages are about an engineering design of a new kind of school, and our end pages are often part of the story. I think that's kind of cool. Here we go. Also, I want you to notice as we read that this book is written in a type of poetry called couplets. Couplets means that every two lines rhyme, these two, Jane and Plain, and then the next two, band and planned. So they're written in sets of two rhyming sentences. And that's how this whole book is written. So listen for those rhyming words as we read. Jack on the playground said to Miss Jane, "This school is okay, but it's pitifully plain. The builder who built this, I think, should be banned. It's nothing at all like the school I have planned." All right, this is his school. If I built a school, the first thing you'd meet are lots of cute puppies. They'd flock to your feet. But why stop at puppies? Why not a whole zoo? So I'd add a bunch of big animals too. Right off the lobby, to get to your class, I'd set up a system of tubes made of glass. You'd hop in a pod, press the number, then zoom. In under 10 seconds, you're right at your room. All of the classrooms are built onto towers that sprout from the schoolyard like colorful flowers. And like giant petals that welcome the day, the roofs open up in a similar way. Panels fold back and they let in the sun, which frankly makes being there that much more fun. What do you think of that? Wow. Now, come see your classroom. Isn't it grand? That free-floating platform is where you would stand. And using a stylus, you write in the air. No blackboard, no whiteboard, no, nothing is there. Your words just appear and they magically glow. Don't ask how this works. I don't really know. But you're not the only one floating around. Check out these desks. They don't touch the ground. These are my hover desks. See how they glide? They even have bumpers in case you collide. I know a lot of you would love that, right? Desks that are like bumper cars. What else does this cool school have? In my kind of classes, we wouldn't have tests. I'd liven things up with some hologram guests. Here are some samples of what I've been thinking. You might meet a T-Rex or Abraham Lincoln. The library's next. Oh, this is my favorite page. So let's take a look. You won't find your everyday regular book. These books come alive when removed from the racks. They pop up like pop-ups, but they pop to the max. And if you're not sure what a book is about, you'll find out quickly when something pops out. Obviously, this one is Jack and the Beanstalk. Wonder what would pop out if you opened Harry Potter. Oh, this is one you're all going to love. This is the gym. It's off to the gym, and this place is so cool. Around it, please note my perimeter pool. The pool's a deep oval that everyone likes. You race underwater on submarine bikes. And up there is my trampoline basketball court. It's partly a bounce house and partly a sport. There's also a rock wall, and here's something new. I've added some skydiving wind tunnels too. Wow, that is quite a gym, isn't it? That's not all. I just heard the lunch bell, so let's go and eat. I'd like you to meet my new robo-chef, Pete. He's 20 feet tall and he spins on a gear. You order your lunch in this microphone here. And Pete can make anything simple or weird, from PB and jelly to squid lightly seared. Wonder what Mrs. Morales would think of that. Now we're going to go outside to the playground. It's now time for recess. Let's head out the door. My playground is awesome. So much to explore. Fly on the zip line way up in the sky, or slide down the twisty slide that's 3 stories high. And after all that, if you're hot and you're beat, then you can go tubing. Now that would be neat. See all the inner tubes in the lazy river around the playground? Wow. Don't forget our specials classes. In art, we use sprayers to splash out the paint. In music, we're loud, but our teacher's a saint. And over in science, just one of the features is it's a lab-grown genetically modified, lab-grown genetically modified creatures. It's part duck, part rhinoceros, I think. There's music. There's art. That's not all. If you're going to have school, you've got to have field trips, right? Listen to this. We'll visit new places, travel, explore, because we'll go on field trips galore. My specialty buses will tote us around. They dive underwater. They blast off the ground. And yes, they have wheels like our regular cars, which neatly retract when we rocket to Mars. So retract means the wheels go up inside the bus when it's time to treat it like a rocket. My school. My school will amaze you. By far, my school will astound. By far the most fabulous school to be found. Perfectly planned and impeccably clean. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's more like 15. And learning is fun in a place that's fun too. If I built a school, that's just what I'd do. What would a school be like if you built it? Here's the back end pages with more of his plans. We've got a great crop of Bluebonnet books for next year, guys. So now we have just shared one together. When you get your logs, you can mark this one off. I miss you all. Love you.